end of the conference when all the lip gloss is gone. But I'm Kadada Gray. I'm guest hosting for Make It Plain over at Netroots Nation's 2025. And y'all, we are closing, but I can't close out because there's just some conversations we still need to have. And I have this brother here, right here, who's doing new things, the damn things. And of course, because I had to grab a black man, I got some black man questions, right? So I got some black man questions. Yeah. So hopefully he is willing to answer them for me. Absolutely. So I don't like to introduce people. That's just the way I do it on my podcast. So Brandon Upson, I want you to tell people your story on the Make It Plain platform.
Awesome. So Brandon Upson, I was born and raised in Aiken, South Carolina. Went to the College of Charleston.
All right.
Where I graduated with business and political science in undergrad. Before that, I joined the United States Army. And South Carolina Army National Guard.
A veteran. All right, yeah. I like it.
Served 11 years, and then collectively served in Iraq. From 2005 to 2007, where I was a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist.
All the logicals. Okay. Okay.
And then also was a combat engineer and served on a 3-man small kill team while I was there. So did a lot of missions, over 100 combat missions while I was there.
We're glad you came back.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad you came back.
Prayed up.
Yes, I know that's right. Prayed up and covered, y'all. Covered.
Absolutely.
Covered.
So when I came home, I transitioned back to the National Guard. My grandmother had cancer. So she lived for a couple months after I came home. Then I went back to college. That's where I became more politically active, civically active, where I saw the evolution of my service to my country from boots and BDUs to boots on the ground in communities that needed me the most. So that was 15 years ago now.
Okay, y'all. He looked like he about like 32, but apparently the math is not mathing. But we know how it works.
40 this year. I'll be 40. So.
Well, happy early birthday.
He's
so happy, y'all. He's like, I'm about to be 40.
I'm excited.
He's grown then. He's grown.
I'm a grown man.
I love it.
So, I got involved with Obama in 2010. I was a little volunteer in 2008, right? First paid gig in 10. Working with Robert Flood and Abe Jenkins there in South Carolina. Just got the bug. And
you got dragged in like a lot of us.
Yeah.
It is. I was thinking it is like an addiction. We should all have therapy classes if we do this work. And so you laid yourself a platform. You had a shift, and then you decided to create an organization. Yes. Why? Tell us the name of the organization. Why would you do that?
So the name of the organization is the New Progressive South. We're about to be a year old. The reason why I started the New Progressive South is because in South Carolina, particularly, South Carolina is treated like flyover country.
That is true.
A lot of organizations fly over and land in North Carolina, or they fly over and land in Georgia. And when they go into those places, they invest real money into real people to make real change, but then have all the excuses why they can't make the same thing happen in South Carolina.
Interesting.
Especially where we have demographic shifts that are more beneficial to the movement than some of the other states that are being invested in. I don't want to downplay Tennessee.
No, understandable.
But the movement in Tennessee is happening because real investment is happening in key places. And I believe the return on investment could be larger in South Carolina. So these unions were coming into the state between 2020 and 2022, wanting to make deeper investments and build political power for working people. But we're not talking about building power on the inside. It was all outside work, tiptoeing around the edges of politics, right? So working with them, I've been working with the ILA as their strategy consultant. We sued the governor, took it to the Supreme Court and won, and protected the master contract there.
We like that.
Worked with USSW, Union of Southern Service Workers, where we organized around workers at Waffle House, force Waffle House to change
Oh,
their
wow.
policies, increase wages, protect
Yeah.
workers, all that good
All
stuff.
right. Well, thank you for that, because
Thank
we,
you.
we love a good Waffle House worker. We know they're a special type of people.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then I said, well, to get inside, because we
Mhm.
have been making some big moving the needle in South Carolina,
Mhm.
but in some cases, like the fight for the master contract with the International Longshoremen Association,
Mhm.
we had Democrats that were behind the scenes in committee in our state house working against us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And here we are wondering why are they doing that? Don't they understand,
Mhm.
what grief they're causing working people?
Right.
And there were no mechanisms to really hold them accountable, because in South Carolina we only have 1.7% union density.
Oh, wow.
And about that many people know what a union
Then,
is.
yeah, right. And that's crazy, right? Everyone
It
should know what a
is.
union is. Everyone should recognize the reason why we don't work 7 days a week
Yes.
because of unions, vacations because of unions. People, unions give you what you have given yourself, like what we take for granted.
Yeah,
And people are so upset about unions.
they are.
But I heard yesterday someone said that unions are back on the rise.
They are.
And that is a good thing.
More than 60% of South Carolinians, when they are told what a union represents and what benefits a union gives to the workers, agree with the need to have unions, right? So the New Progressive South came up alive so that we could put card-carrying union members in positions of power. So we train working people and members of unions to run for local office.
I love it.
We also train community members to become community organizers, to engage their neighborhoods,
Yeah.
Year round.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be this transactional thing that follows a political cycle or an election cycle.
Yep.
It should be ongoing, people-centered,
Correct. Yeah.
type of organizing. So we did those two things, including starting a media outlet called the New Progressive Journal to uplift and amplify our stories.
I have not been invited yet. I just
You will be,
but it's okay. It's too late. It's too late now. It's too
Javar
late
will
now.
reach out to you.
It's too late now. It's too late now.
But because just like you're doing here, we have to be able to cultivate, curate, and dominate our own narratives, right? And that's something that's not happening, was not happening in South Carolina. And within a year, we've turned our platform into one of the largest media outlets,
I love
digital
that.
outlets in the state.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That obviously speaks to the need and the want, right? And the positive way to use digital media, right? Instead of for the shenanigans that we saw, in every political cycle. Let me not just act as if it was only in 2024. No, every political cycle there's shenanigans, which leads me to just ask you, as someone that is now in the journalism space, right? How do you feel about negative ads that are just willful lies?
Oh my God.
Do you think there should be standards? Let me ask it this way. Do you think that there should be standards when it comes to media and pushing what we push out, the content we push out?
100%. Yes, there should be standards, and there should be easier pathways to remedy that, right?
Okay.
Because folks have to be held accountable for what they print and what they say on air, because media is the greatest influencer to the narrative around issues, situations, and people. So if you're putting out a false narrative about a group of people or a situation or an issue, you need to be held accountable to it, because you just turn everybody else upside down.
I agree with you. So I of course I have a lot of questions, right? So okay, y'all, we're gonna lean in for a second. Lean in with me, because I have a black man here. After the election, it almost seems like there was a few people that wanted to come for black men. A few. just a few. Just a few. And yet you're still here doing the work.
Yeah.
You could have been offended. You could have been like F them people. You could have been like all of that stuff. Why are you still choosing to do this work?
Because this work is tied to the salvation of my community. If I throw up my hands and say F it all, then I'm releasing my obligation to my community. Because if we don't stand on the front lines to protect our community, they will be able to get through the gates And it's not just us, it's our children and our lineage.
Right.
We have to understand that the fight that is happening now isn't because they don't like us, it's because they fear us. And they fear the shift in the population because the power is in numbers. Still, no matter what, how much money someone has, if you have the people, you can outwork and outmobilize the money. And that is the fear.
That is true.
So we're easily shifting into an apartheid style of government where the minority dictates what happens to the majority. Right.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to say that. Very interesting. Yeah.
And the narrative that they're pushing right now, you know, you got Donald Trump encouraging white women to have more babies.
Well, you know why that? And what was it, like $1,000 incentive? What's that? 4 things of diapers at Costco? Let's talk about it. But okay.
But you got Billy Joe and Bobby Jean.
Right, who think that's a lot of money.
Yes.
And it is. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot of money for like a month or so, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's not 18 years worth of life. No. Or now 36 since people coming back home.
Right.
Since people are returning home.
Yeah. Out of necessity.
Out of necessity.
Because it's hard out here. You know, and I sit on the panel this
Rent
morning.
is real.
It is real and rising.
And rising.
What was that party? The rent is too damn high?
Yep.
And they would have a heart attack right now.
I don't even know where that brother is. I wonder where he is.
I wonder too.
Because that is he was a prophet before we knew his prophecy was going to be come true. I thank you for the work.
Thank you.
Thank you for seeing the need. Thank you for uplifting people and giving people the space to do so, right? And even feeling like the necessity to train people to do so, and giving voice to like unions, right? Because I think that can be even encapsulating a little bit. So I do have a question though. As a Black man, talk to Black men for me and tell them why they need to get into this work.
Yeah.
Tell them why.
So in 2020, we did an initiative called the Amplify Action Initiative, focused specifically on Black men across the South. We were able to register about 30,000 Black men and mobilize 450,000 young Black voters.
Wow.
Right? Now, in registering those Black men, we had conversations with them over that 6-month span of time.
Yeah.
And the conversation started out with the topics of criminal justice reform and economic opportunity.
Yep.
But what we quickly found out was one of the most motivating issues was fatherhood rights.
Oh, yep.
I want to be part of my child's
fatherhood. Right. How do I do that? Yeah.
And what I took from that is, and what my younger brother now is leading the work on this in South Carolina. How do we translate that? So yes, you want to be a father to your children, but do you understand the responsibility to be a father to your community? And what pieces of our self and what characteristics and leadership is needed, and what issues have been created because the void of men stepping up to be fathers of their community.
Right.
And
what a way to say that.
And in our community, we also have to realize that we are inextricably linked to the Black woman. So there's a role for a mother and a role for a father in our community.
Yeah.
Because as we protect, we have to nurture. As we grow, we have to direct. As we learn, there has to be some vestige of foundation based in wisdom, right? And these young folks are out here running for the sake of tomorrow, not next week,
right? For
the sake of tomorrow,
right?
Without any guidance, without any wisdom, without any direction. And it's because of the lack of our leadership,
our
community, right?
Oh, goodness.
So when it comes down to asking Black men, we want to do it. We want to be there. But some of us don't have the example or the knowledge of how to show up, and or don't even understand that is beyond our immediate, my child, my children, my nephews, but it's for the entire community.
I'm telling you, y'all, I came to Netroots. I was like, I'm coming from a girl because she gives directions and I follow them on occasion. And I was feeling like I said before, I'm semi-retired. because I'm tired, and I don't want to do politics the same way that has always been done, and I held to that. And Brandon, you have decided and showed me that you don't have to hold to whatever is the platform. Sometimes you got to build a different platform around that platform. So Brandon Upson, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
anything that we can do to uplift your organization and help you up, we're here for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.